So if you're like me, then you have a tendency for going through flight radar to pass time. But if you're also like me, then you've also noticed that Air Canada has a kink for putting CRJs on flights lasting multiple hours. Air Canada JAS 849, 2 hours 18 minutes, JAS 7904, 2 hours 32 minutes, 2 hours 6 minutes, 2 hours 33 minutes, and this was only what was live at the time I wrote this voiceover script. We also got one that lasts over 4 hours, plus this list off the Flyer Talk website. Alright, enough boring you with examples. What's it like on one of those long-haul CRJ flights? What's the experience like for a passenger? And what does the CRJ 900 have for passenger comfort? What's going on, guys? Kids to Fly here. Today we're going to be flying in the back of one of the CRJ 900s from my base here in St. Louis up to Toronto, and then later on the Airbus A220 up to Montreal. Checking in online is nothing out of the ordinary for an international flight. First things first, we go down the long list of confirming we aren't dangerous. After confirming our seats, there are a couple pages to fill out and confirm passport information. And after giving it some personal information and last minute baggage, our boarding pass is ready. And on that final page, it gave us some helpful information regarding the specific time for the departure. Alright, we are at the boarding area. We board in just about 10 minutes to get on the CRJ up to Toronto. One slight problem is my backpack is absolutely stuffed and massive because I'm actually moving out of my college dorm for the summer, and I just have all the final essentials in there that I'm moving out with. So getting that up in the CRJ overhead is going to be a gamble of whether I can actually get it up there or not. So once we board, we're just going to have to find that out together. And that also means that I was just sleeping on a mattress last night. Like, I kid you not. No blankets, no comforter, no pillows, no nothing. I just got all 3 hours of sleep on a single mattress. So kind of comical. But hey, 3 hours of sleep is 3 hours of sleep. I already have 2 double shots of coffee, getting me fueled and keeping me fueled and alive and functioning for the trip today. But yeah, that's all we need. That's all the guy needs to film and fly with. But yeah, we'll board here very shortly, step on, and see what the CRJ is all about. The boarding got delayed a good 20 minutes, but soon enough the boarding time arrived and it was go time. Prior to boarding, I got called up for a passport check, which was slightly interesting. Raleigh Fisher, yeah. How you doing tonight? Good. But it turned out I was good. Charlie Foxtrot Charlie Juliet Zulu was reared to Canada, and she was delivered to Air Canada in February 2006. How are you, sir? Good yourself? Hey! After making the hike back to seat 25A, which has a width of 17 and the pitch of 31, I settled in. Alright, on board the Air Canada CRJ 900 up to Toronto, back here in seat 25A. We're running a little bit behind. Departure was to about 5 minutes ago, but I'm not worried about that. We're going to get some time there. Famous last words. But seat-wise, we got a whole IFE here. We'll go through that once we get in the air, but we got a whole IFE. We also have a USB, but that's it. I don't see any other, like, universal power or anything like that anywhere. Really, all I see is USB-A in terms of that. But whether it works or not, I don't know. I haven't tested it yet, so we'll find that out together. Yeah, no, the USB didn't work, but that's just now. It may work once we get up in the air and get started up, but we'll see what happens. Also, my backpack did not fit in the overhead. I have it under my seat, and my legs are a bit stuffed in between the seat and my backpack down there.
Toronto. For your comfort and safety, please store carry-on items identified with the white tag under the seat in front of you. Other cabin baggage may be placed in the overhead bin. Portable electronic devices should be set to airplane mode at this time until an announcement is made upon arrival. As the captain informed us, estimated flying time this morning will be approximately an hour and 20 minutes once airborne, flying at 35,000 feet.
On our taxi out, we came across GoJet Airlines CRJ 550. Go check out my review on them if you haven't already. We are airborne out of St. Louis and on our way to Toronto. And guess what? The USB works since we're airborne. And the crew is coming to the cabin doing the food and beverage run. We do get a menu here in our seat back pocket of our options of what we get during the food and beverage service. In terms of meals, we got a chicken wrap, like a potato chicken wrap, fruit and cheese platter, certain snacks, and beers and sprites in kind of the bar area. And yeah, so we get the wraps, the snacks, and the bar with alcoholic beverages. I got the menu going up on screen. Pause if you need to, if you want to look at it. But yeah, there's also complimentary beverages too, like soft drinks, which we'll probably end up getting. But we'll see what happens. But we have some amount to choose from in terms of that. Like the chicken wrap and the cheese platter. It's something, not much, but it's something, and the snacks too. But yeah, not complaining. It's better than nothing. And that menu, meal, and drink selection goes for all Air Canada Jazz flights on the CRJ 900 since that stays here. I don't know if it's the same for mainline, but we'll find out later when we get to the A220. When the drink service came along, I ended up getting a Blue Moon, as I turned 21 recently, and this was my first time flying since my birthday. It was actually right on 1700 Julie when I drank this, so we're good. Alright, now that we've had our drink, we can check out what's on TV, on the IFE, on the Air Canada CRJ 900. Okay, so we can touch here to begin. As it loads, we have a cursor, which we can move around just with our fingers on the screen. We are in English. While that loads, it's a little bit on the slow side, but not the complete end of the world. Okay, what do we have here? Still loading? Okay, it takes a few minutes to load. Not a big deal. A map. Where are we? What's on the map? Let's see how much flight information it gives us with the map. Yeah, it's a bit slow, but it's a bit of an old plane. So, yeah, you might want to pack your patience with this thing. It also has the hourglass, which is kind of funny. Still waiting, wow. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, can I not zoom in? Okay, I guess I can't zoom in. So, yeah, it shows flight information, so we have 260 miles to go. About a half hour, so we're almost there. It's 12:05 right now. So, a little bit of ETA information. Oh, that's just, okay, so volume and brightness, okay. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So yeah, can I go back to my map, please? So yeah, it shows a map, and back to when it zoomed in, it can show you a relative flight path, and the flight path it's following, and where exactly you are on the route. So as it's there, slowly but surely zooming in. So yeah, we got St. Louis there and Toronto there, and you can see where exactly we are on the route. Just like that, we're just northeast of Cleveland and just about over Detroit down there. So you can go ahead and go home. And that's probably all it'll give you in terms of the map. Okay, movies, what do we got? The type of movie I would like to watch, new releases, comedy, drama, action, family, French, and world. There's no all, I guess, new releases, I guess. There's no all option, so there's no all option on there. So I guess we'll just do that and see what happens. Very slow, so again, might want to pack for patience. Anyone but you. Okay, it's got that. You can watch that. So it's got the Essentials, Aquaman, Barbie, Birthright, Blue Beetle. You can use the... Is that it? The engines are spewing back, so we are probably not far from top descent. If not here already, because we only have about a half hour left and about 260 miles. But yeah, it has a okay selection, I guess. So yeah, Mean Girls, Night Swim, Oppenheimer. So yeah, no, I mean, it has all the essentials. TV. Paw Patrol movie, if that's your thing. This is so slow. Select one of the... Oh, okay. Okay, we got a selection actually. So, Apple TV, Disney Plus, comedy, drama, HBO Max. Disney Plus, I guess. Okay, so it does look like we got quite a few options. To be completely honest with you guys, I don't have the patience to look through them all on here. Also probably not have the time because this isn't very fast and we're almost there. Okay, so yeah, we got episodes. So yeah, Cars, High School Musical, I guess that is, yeah. Looks like you got an okay selection. I'm a bit of a Disney adult, so I'm not seeing much stuff. But that also just might be because this thing is extremely slow. So yeah, you got mostly movies I'm seeing and not like as much shows. So just mostly movies. As the audio loads here. My seatmate is asleep next to me, so this isn't 100% awkward. Okay, so we have certain genres you can choose from. So, Jazz and Soul. Jazz and Soul, we are on board Air Canada Jazz after all. Okay, that's just channels. So, there's not like, it's not a specific song you can choose, it's just channels. So, channel 1's country, channel 2 kids, 3 is classical. And then, yeah, just kind of all of this. You can adjust the volume if needed and adjust the channels if needed. So, yeah. Do that. Yeah, no, you got a bit to choose from. It's just extremely slow. So, back with patience. I've said that for the, like, 5th time already. You can put a playlist on it too, which is kind of cool. So, there's a add a playlist button somewhere. If you ever so have to. If the flight is really that long, if it's one of those 4-hour flights, you have time to make a whole playlist. Now playing would be whatever's in the channel. Albums, if you want specific albums. Oh, cool. Look at this. So, kind of a mini Spotify they got going on. Okay, I don't think I have the patience nor the time to look through this because this recording has been like 8 minutes now. So, you know what else do we got? Take me home, please. Okay, that's about it. Just the kids. I guess it's left now. Alright, we'll check out kids and then about us. And there's a fasten seatbelt sign on because we're on a little bit of a rough fare out there. Okay, so I guess kids' movies, see what that shows. If you would like to entertain your child for the long 5-hour CRJ flight, you totally can. Gotta keep your kid busy for the long haul CRJ flight because on Air Canada those clearly exist. Oh, Little Princess, how about that? Finding Nemo, Disney stuff, Maleficent, if that's even a kid's movie, which I guess it is. Tom and Jerry, that's kind of cool, if that's your thing. Paw Patrol, again, respectfully. But yeah, no, just some kids movies, and then just finally about us, as this recording pushes 10 minutes, as this IFE screen is ridiculously slow. Willy Wonka, Wally, Wish, Chores, or the Kids Essentials. She got the hourglass there, respectfully. Okay, what do we have on About Us as it finishes its last few minutes of loading? Okay, that's kind of cool. So yeah, like many documentaries you can watch on Air Canada's first Indigenous flight and Asian heritage, little bits and bobs. So yeah, no, it definitely has variety, but it's just slow if you're fine with that. So you can watch it, it's great, it has variety, just kind of pack your patience with that. There is also Wi-Fi available, so just go into your settings and connect to the Air Canada Wi-Fi. It directs you to a browser where it just shows basic flight ETA information. Then it just shows you a variety of plans. So there's a free texting plan which you can connect to. I'll try to connect it, but it didn't work for me for some reason. There's a basic 30-minute plan. There's a entire flight plan you can connect to. There's a USA America national plan. There's a global plan to just see whatever you need. So whether it's a long haul flight global plan or a short haul flight, you got the 30-minute plan. Or if it's a medium haul, hour and a half like this, you got the whole flight plan, and it's okay priced, but it's not free. Just if you don't mind paying for it, it's there. Alright, we've started our descent down into Toronto. Just going through the airspace in between Lake Erie and Lake Huron. We're down in just under a half hour. It's exciting because I've never flown into Canada. I've driven there, I've been to Canada, but it's my first time flying in this country, and I've also never been to the Toronto airport, so that's also exciting. And as of now, I have flown on all of the airlines that serve St. Louis Lambert. I've covered Lufthansa, I've covered Air Canada as of just now. I've covered Southwest, Frontier, United American, everyone that serves St. Louis Lambert as of now. So that concludes my list of all the airlines that serve St. Louis Lambert. And I just felt the vertical speed drop by quite a bit, so we'll be there soon. And the weather down there looks pretty fair, so we'll enjoy the views coming in Toronto. So to answer the question from the video intro about the passenger experience on these long-haul Air Canada CRJ flights, they do a pretty decent job at making them work. They have an IFE with earphones that they gave out pre-flight, and a power source to charge your mobile device. In economy, space is just limited depending on the person. It was also not helping me that I had my giant backpack down there. If it wasn't for that, then the seating situation would have been a lot more tolerable. On the taxi in, we were greeted by the absolute mammoth international terminal, dwarfing that Emirates A380. Thanks guys, have a good one. Peace out. How you doing today?
Very well, how about you?
Good, thank you so much. Alright, off the jet bridge, and the question lays, where do I go for immigration? Alright, welcome to Canada. Joining in a sea of Air Canada planes, but finally after 30 minutes of immigration, we're finally airside, and properly airside. My stopover got slightly extended by 40 minutes due to an aircraft swap. I wasn't going to complain though. I used that time to wander around the terminal at YYZ. The D-gates area was rather small and basic, but after a few minutes I made a pretty interesting discovery. Wait a minute, is that a frickin' A&W? Almost like we never left America. And yeah, respectfully, right across from Tim Hortons. Alright, sitting here at the departure gates at Delta 22, waiting for the inbound A220 to arrive. Theoretically, we start boarding in an hour and 45 minutes, but we'll see what happens with the inbound, and I'll believe it when I see it. But in the meantime, to pass the time, I'm just doing some terminal spotting. I got my camera and just shooting out the window. Definitely getting my monthly dose of Air Canada in today. After getting more plane spotting footage than I would have liked to for an airline review channel, I got my first proper Canadian dose of Timmy's as my inbound aircraft was about a half hour out. Can I get the sausage bagel cinnamon, please?
You want the classic bagel sandwich?
Yes, please, thank you.
And which bagel you want?
Just plain's fine. What? I got Tim Hortons. You didn't think I'd also get the A&W right across from it? That half hour came and went, and I saw the Airbus A220 that would be taking us to Montreal roll into the gate. Charlie Golf Victor Delta Quebec will be the ride to Montreal tonight, and she was delivered brand new in December of 2021.
So we transfer you.
Hey, how are you doing?
Boarding is complete. I can please secure the cabin.
I made my way back to seat 27F with a width of 19 and a pitch of 30. Alright, boarded on the Air Canada Airbus A220 300. Seat-wise, it's a pretty standard economy seat, pretty standard legroom. It's about the same as the CRJ 900 seat we had earlier today, but just nicer and cleaner. The one key difference I noticed is that we actually do have universal power in between the seats, and we do have USB-A and USB-C, which is kind of cool, and the screen, which looks a bit nicer, and it's probably faster, but we'll check that out once we get in the air. Probably in less detail and less thorough, because the one I shot earlier today that was over 10 minutes long, on my end, that unedited segment ended up being over 10 minutes, but yeah, when we get in the air, we'll do one on this IFE, and what this has, and the general interface, which is probably the same type of interface, same content, but we'll check it out in a tiny bit of detail once we get in the air. But other than that, we are a little late. We're about an hour late now, and we're still sitting at the gate, but here in a minute we'll push back and get in the air and hopefully make up some time at least. Alright, we are airborne out of Toronto and on our way to Montreal. The cabin crew is coming around with something in a bag, some sort of snack in a bag. To be completely honest, I'm not entirely sure. Got napkins here coming for us. Thank you, sir. Shucks mix? Question mark? Twigs? Canadian snacks? Question mark? Not entirely sure. 2 bags of these strange Canadian shucks mix. But whatever they are, they're giving them out on this Air Canada mainline flight. And then the crew also came to the cabin during pre-flight to hand out earbuds for the IFE. And speaking of the IFE, let's check it out. Alright, here we are. We have a lot more languages to choose from, so obviously going to go into English. Welcome. Seems a bit faster than the one last time. Okay, so we already have a flight status thing at the very bottom. So Toronto to Montreal, 43 minutes until landing. You can see what the entertainment has to show us in movies. Okay, looks like we have pretty much everything once this decides to load, respectfully. Yeah, no. So we have a ton of genres to choose from, a lot to choose from. Got the essentials here. Just scroll through it. Choose your occasions, anyone but you. The essentials, all the Disney Plus stuff. So yeah, we have this whole page here with just everything. If you don't want to like scroll through the filters, and just everything all in one place. And turning red, Air Canada, respectfully, has turning red. The movie that they had a thing with back when that came out. But yeah, in terms of movies, we got that. This is a lot. Shows. so this is still slow, but it's not as slow as the one on the CRJ. So yeah, Air Canada, speed up your freaking IFEs. Yeah, we got a lot to choose from actually, which is good because they put the A220 on some pretty long routes, some pretty hefty routes. So yeah, we got that. Kids, I guess. Got to choose from there. Got music. Got. Alright, Raleigh, even less detail. We've been pushing over 2 minutes now. So yeah, movie shows, live TV, which is pretty cool. Music and games. We can go into food and beverage, see what we can order. Okay, so yeah, looks like I've got everything here. So I got the Blue Moon, just like last time. Cores, earphones, unless you change your mind. You get some more. Okay, so not too much, but okay, yeah, not actually too much. Okay, that's pretty low key. Shopping, what can we freaking get? That's it. Literally just the earphones. Oh look, earphones, premium earphones. Pick your poison. Using weather. What the heck is in here? Weather. Just every major city. Legit every major city. Interesting. My trip. What the heck do we have for flight information? Flight map. I don't care. The essential AvGeek flight tracking scene. Flight path 3D. Respectfully. Flight path 3D Pro. Can I zoom in? I can zoom in, but there's a lag. Why is there a lag? Can there not be a lag? Jesus. Oh, okay. Work with me. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Here's a map of where we are. So we're just kind of hugging Lake Ontario. And we can also see Lake Ontario out there. The same one that we're kind of hugging. And then just further up into Montreal. 39 minutes remaining. 224 miles. You also got that when the seatbelt sign comes on, because you're into turbulence. Yeah, just a bunch of massive lists on where the heck they fly. Information. Okay, not much. We can mess between metric and imperial. What the heck is a kilometer? What the actual heck is a kilometer? Anyway, yeah, ETA, local time, relatively basic. So yeah, just like the CRJ one, Air Canada, you got a lot to choose from on your IFE, just to make it faster. Head home. Yeah, cool. Just gonna check out what's in live TV real quick. Okay, so sports mostly, news, okay, not much, but it's the essentials. Alright, we are just about a half hour from landing. I'm going to use the remainder of the flight to rate it using my channel original rating system. Very creatively named the Raleigh rating. Very original because my first name is Raleigh, but if you're new here, I use this skill to rate and review my flights at the end of every one of my airline reviews. In this case, I'm going to use just one today to rate Air Canada on the CRJ and the A220. They're pretty similar enough. The A220 is just slightly nicer. And really the only key differences I've noticed are the USB types. It has ANC on the A220, and the A220 also has universal power. And the IFE is slightly faster, but honestly not that much faster. And also the USB actually works on the ground on here, opposed to on the CRJ. But that's about it. The IFE is slightly faster, but not that much faster, as I mentioned. So yeah, I don't know, Air Canada, get a faster IFE, I don't know what to tell ya. But we'll see how Air Canada did today. The service was a 10 out of 10. I can 100% confirm that the stereotype of Canadians being friendly is true. The crew were great on both legs and took great care of us on this second leg on the A220. One of the cabin crew up front commented on how thick my backpack looked as I was boarding, and next thing we knew, we were making small talk. The cleanliness was 10 out of 10. The CRJ was pushing 20, and it showed its age, but the airline did a good job at maintaining it. Like most A220s, You would expect them to have the new plane smell and have them look the part with a beautiful cabin, and this one was no exception. The Wi-Fi was a 7 out of 10. It was available for an extra charge. It was nice that there were plenty of options to only pay for what you need, depending on what you need it for, and the type of flight. In most cases when you fly, the Wi-Fi is not guaranteed to work, and this was no exception. If you do pay for it and it ends up not working, then you're out of luck. The food was a 6 out of 10. Just by looking at the physical menu on the CRJ and the digital one on the Airbus, they looked like they had the same exact options. The meal selection was there, but not great, and the bar only had the essentials. The bundles they had were nice to see if you wanted a full meal, but the selection was just limited. The entertainment was an 8 out of 10. The IFEs on both legs were great. Even with the auto interface on the CRJ, there were lots to choose from, and even more to choose from on the A220. They were really only slow and unresponsive, especially on that 2-year-old A220. On the bright side, there are multiple different views to choose from the moving map on the A220, thanks to the Flight Path 3D software. It also showed you how to connect to the Wi-Fi if you needed it. The seat was an 8 out of 10. The CRJ economy seat was very standard. Very limited legroom, especially with my thick backpack. It is cool that it was a CRJ with a USB slot in economy, and better yet, a whole IFE screen. The CRJ had the essentials, and a USB that worked when you were airborne, but like most in-seat power, it's never guaranteed to work. The A220 was also a standard economy seat with standard economy legroom, and it had a beautiful IFE interface with both USB A and C. So the overall Raleigh rating for this flight's going to be an 8.1 out of 10. Let's have a good one. Thank you so much. I'll see ya. How often do you guys run in the morning?
Starts at 4 a.m. It's working on the 4 a.m. in the morning every half hour.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, 9 hours of travel later, I made it to my hotel in Montreal. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching my review on the Air Canada CRJ and A220 as much as I did on the flights. It's always fun flying on a new to me airline and also bringing a new airline on the channel. But hey, guess what? This is only an overnight. I'm going to be doing something from the morning, and of course, I'm going to bring you guys along for it. So I'll see you guys then. Bye for now.